Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Russell Wilson, Week 8, nice win. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, inexpensive way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the way that I talk and teach ball on the channel, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. We get into all sorts of detail, nuance about not only the quarterback position, but high-level offense and defensive football. Hop over there, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Russell Wilson, the Steelers are rolling right out the gate. Little naked keeper. Condensed formation, this brand new play we've never seen before. I love it, though, as an early call. Get us outside the pocket, get us on the move, get us feeling good. On rhythm, off platform, secure the edge with 11 here. Little 3x1 condensed. Get out there, put it right on the flat. Now, it might not be my favorite iteration of this play, but it doesn't matter. This is an easy first down to get us going. This is quarterback-friendly play calling. So again, we're getting outside the pocket. And we talk about this type of play a lot. Naked keeper world, essentially synonymous to me. You're going to get something in the flat, something in the over, and from a condensed formation like this, something to the corner. So 3 layers. So we're going to go flat. We're going to go over. And this time, the unique part here, we're going to go from the number 3 to the corner. So just a different way to get there. I like it because it gives you a little bit of a better angle here by the number 2 to secure this edge. This is just a nice, easy, quarterback-friendly completion to get us going. Get into a rhythm, make your first shot, throw it right on him. Russell looks good, puts it right on him. Super catchable ball, easy first down. There's just so many little things here that are nice from the quarterback position, from the play calling, the offensive architecture. We're going away from pressure. Easy edge, put it right on him, first down, let's go. Next one here. I put this one on here. Yes, I know there's a penalty thrown at the very end for kind of a ticky-tack hold there at the right tackle. But this is a nice job from Russell Wilson. We're extending. We're getting outside the pocket. We're creating. There's a lot to like here. Even though it gets called back, right there, you see a little, I guess maybe not even a hole, maybe a face mask right there. That's definitely a face mask. But that's a nice place from Russell Wilson. He's making it look easy, out of structure. Now, the thing I will say about this, let's just talk play-wise here. So for me here, this like pretty common in the league, red zone kind of double crossers type route. To me, this is really only a man-to-man play. So if we don't catch man, so if you catch zone here, I think the best ways to do this are have some sort of kill, can, check with me. Now, I didn't care enough to go back and look to see if that's what they did here. But if that's what they did, we got to get to something else because this play's never going to work versus what I'm used to calling just like red quarters back here where they've got this shell defense. Just threw up in my mouth saying that. But it's just never going to work with 2 people running crossers like this. So you want to, what you do normally is you bring the back out here or bring someone out here to see who matches up. Is it man? Is it zone? Bring them back in and call the play. Because you just never have a chance. Watch this kind of coverage on the back end with 2 crossers. You're not getting any rub. They're just passing it off, running. They've got leverage everywhere. Now, you could make the argument that you could throw it to 14 across the field on time here. But he's got to go. Regardless, Russell Wilson, not calling plays, is executing. And right here is executing at a high level. You know, they got a dude playing the shade on the center. He dump trucks our center. We trip him. We got to go. Extend, create. Thank you, Russell. So that last touchdown doesn't count. Bummer. This one, we're going to go naked keeper again. Again, a bit of a unique way to get there. I'm a big fan of 80. Been a big fan of 80 since Georgia. Just a massive mountain of a human. For whatever reason, probably because he's not that fast, has struggled maybe in the passing game more than I would have thought. But this is a nice play of just being big. Get the hell off me. Nice balance, agility there at the end. There's a lot to like here. So again, what happened? Condensed formation, right? So we're going to have someone in the flat, someone to the corner, someone to the over. You guessed it. You're catching on. Now, the thing I really like about kind of the detail here is that how we block the edge here from the eye. So get out here and secure the edge. So we get this kind of split flow action. It allows us to capture the edge. It makes this thing easier for Russ getting outside, not having to worry about an open edge. So it's those little details I see in the game plan, in the play calling, in the design that make Russell have the ability to throw this ball. And it's a beautiful ball. Now, technically, you probably should never get this corner thrown, but 80 is just so damn big. You can see here, he's got leverage. So the defender's got outside leverage. We're trying to run a corner. That should be pretty hard to do unless you're a monster of a dude and you can just throw him off you. So creating the leverage, run by him. Russell throws a beautiful throw. Again, third clip in a row, on the run, off platform, to our right, looking really smooth, looking really comfortable, looking like that middle infielder. Get out there, flip it, dot of a throw. Let your big guy be big, big chunk. Let's go. Next one here, the first of kind of two bummer plays for me. This very easily could be a touchdown. Now, the Giants probably make an error coverage-wise here on their little banjo technique of this thing. I think 11 could probably help us out by settling and having just a little bit better feel, but I also think Russell could give us a better ball. So the first thing here to notice is these two are playing these two. Okay, thanks, Captain. How they want to handle that, there's a bunch of different ways to handle it. I think the easiest way is to think what most people call banjo, which just means, hey, you take the first one, first outside, first inside. Okay? But if they both go the same way, we're going to have an issue. Well, what ends up happening here is we go up and we take it to the post. And then we come up at the number 1, 14 here, and he goes out. Whether that's a flat or a choice, it really doesn't matter. As soon as he hesitates, as soon as we get both guys thinking about going here, you would love to get this up just a tick quicker. Now, he's trying, but the problem here at the end of this thing is he doesn't have any feel here. He just keeps running 1,000 miles an hour as opposed to feeling that, settling down, not running into the post safety. So pretty rare to see a post safety this tight in the NFL, really any level of football that runs good defense, just because you're really not covering the post, although ironically right here he impacts the play. So all of those factors together, this thing probably should and could be a touchdown. Again, I'll let it play full speed. Again, when Russell goes to throw this thing, right, it looks like it's not that late, but in reality, if you are watching this player, so if you're eyeballing these two trying to see this thing, as soon as he starts moving this way, you got to throw this, especially with closed. I think this is a better play versus open, but again, closed, it's going to be a tight window, and it doesn't help that 11 runs right through the window as well. So as soon as that inside defender runs out of there, we got to throw it. So one more time, we're watching the inside defender down here to the bottom, right here. Let him go. Throw. So you can see there, to me, it's just a tick late. Like as soon as he moves right there, I'm throwing it. Throw. Late, run through the window, incompletion, hit the camera person. So just unfortunate. This is a nice call. This is a nice design for me. Again, it's a little bit unfortunate that you catch middle field close down here, but I would just love to see Russ throw this a tick earlier. It's probably one hitch late for me. Bummer. Very next play here, 3rd and 7. This one's a bit of a bummer. We're going to have the number 2 up top and a little switch release back line, double mailbox there, 19. We're eventually going to see it, try to throw it. Ball gets tipped, knocked down, super unfortunate. So again, what this read is, I can make a guess at what it is. We can say, hey, Russ probably should see this from within the pocket on time, and I would probably agree with you. Again, let's draw up exactly what it is here. So first here, this up top switch release. So whether this is a post, a cross, it doesn't really matter. Down here to the bottom, we're going to run this little crosser across. From there, and then one of these is going to be the first read that you're going to be looking at. The second thing here is we're going to come up and run like this little back line. So the bones of this are double post crosser, however you want to sort this thing out. Usually when you have someone running under like this, that's kind of the primary where you expect the ball to go. So I think it would be really hard to go 1, 2, 3. I think this is much more kind of, hey, is it man coverage? Maybe we get this kind of like as a runaway. We're probably trying to get the ball here, and then we've got this kind of high back 5 as a potential where to go. You could make the argument of in any iteration here, 1, 2, 3 across the board. My thing here is if we're looking here or if we're looking here, okay, 1 or 2, I think neither of them are there. And I would love to see us be able to get to this in structure. Again, thanks, Captain, right? With the double mailbox, pretty wide open. We got to be able to hit it. You got to be able to see it. I think this is the traditional critique on Russ that just struggles to see the middle of the field sometimes if it's not that primary read. So, you got your guy standing on the back line, wide open, one mailbox. I mean, it's a touchdown right there if he sees it. Again, where's he looking? I get it that this is 14. 14 to me is the most dynamic player on their offense to try to get him the ball. Well, there's all sorts of people around him here, right? Got 3. If we're trying to get the ball here, it's probably never going to be there with this wide of a corner. So I would just like to, again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to tell you that I know exactly when they installed this, they said 1, 2, 3, or vice versa. But just the way this thing plays out, it sure looks like this is 1, this is coming open 2, and this is nowhere near the ability to come open 3. Regardless, it doesn't matter what the hell I say about the read. You would love Russ to see this. 1 mailbox, 2 mailbox, now we got to go. So again, it's going to be hard to get any sort of like consistent pocket versus the Giants. I think they have a really good internal push. We got to go, create. He's done a great job extending, creating. This time we just get the ball batted. So it's one of those things where back-to-back plays, red zone, pocket, probably should and could be touchdowns. Again, that, for the screenshot warriors, they're going to really hate this because this is as kind of open mailboxy as you get. And anytime I'm making a circle and there's 2 guys in there, not great, Bob. And again, I'm not even saying that the ball should go here. I really don't think it should. I think the ball should be a high back 5 right in between his hands. Put it right there. And again, does he feel the pressure? Is there certainly a push? Yeah, there is. Okay. I totally get it. He's done a great job out of structure so far. Right here, just doesn't work. Next one here. This is a little naked keeper. This is basically the same play as the first play of the game, except now we're going to the left. So he goes no to the flat, yes to the over, and we just skip it. And we get a little Tebow action here, 1 hopper. Now, it's certainly harder, I think, going to your left, although a lot of people tell me nowadays that it's easier for young guys. It doesn't look easier for us here. So I'm not saying this is an easy throw. It isn't. But I am saying that he probably should make a better throw and has expectations of himself to make a better throw. Okay? Your favorite condensed naked keeper spacing right there. 1, 2. Again, a little coaching point here. As you come out of this thing, you love to carve this thing downhill. And he kind of does. But there's no excuse here when you kind of one-hop this thing yard short. So just one of those things where it's not good enough. Out of structure to your left, a little harder. Could he set his feet, flip his hips? Maybe, probably. Regardless, I just think he can make this throw. He just doesn't right here. I kind of like the wide receiver. 13 coming across. You can see him settle. So he doesn't keep running. You see 58 roboting out of there. Right? So we talk about this linebacker technique all the time. They're going to turn and run. He's got his back covered. He does a really nice job on this over just kind of settling down here. And again, that's a throw where if we're coming downhill, I personally would probably want to flip my hips here and just set up and rip it right down the middle of the logo. But Russell's certainly athletic enough to be able to make this throw. He just doesn't right here. And again, he's one-hopping that thing yard short, right? It's almost 10 feet in front of him. Tough. Next one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to rip a flat out here, down here to the bottom to the number 2. Again, anything to get 14 the ball, I'm a big fan of. He is simply that guy for them as far as electricity, dynamic, creating space, all those things for this offense right now. Now, what the Giants are doing defensively here, bro, this is the type of shit that gets you fired. It's 3rd and 4, and they're almost like in prevent here. There's nothing. You can't say anything to me that allows you to come out here and just raise up and throw a flat. So whether this is palms, two read, even if it's quarters, there's no vertical threat here. We're coming up here and running stick like this. We gotta have the flat defender pushing through or something. And this is way too easy. This is unacceptable defense But Russ makes him pay. Surgical, nice simple call. Again, if it's not there, you don't really have a whole lot of options. You got the stick and you got the sit. So thank you for the corner playing so far off. Can't make a tackle, making multiple people miss. Love it. More 14, and you just got to deal with, some of the other things that go along with it. But ball in hand, big playmaker, making people miss. Love it. Next one here, 2nd and 8, play action, little scramble. It's going to be an incompletion. But I think this is another really nice play from Russell Wilson. Out of structure. He ends up throwing it to the back, on the back pylon, kind of scramble throw. And if this is a wide receiver, I think this is a touchdown. This is a nice throw. So we'll talk about the play. It's not there. He's got to go create to his right. Watch this throw. I mean, when he lets this thing go right there, that looks like it's going to be a damn near throwaway. And then watch this throw. It's right on the line. Like, that's a very catchable ball. Again, it's a running back, so his foot's already on the line, even if he does catch it. So he just got no awareness of where he is on the field. And I get it. That's not normally his job. But that throw is good enough to be a touchdown. That's a very good throw. And again, it's overcoming a little bit of what I'm considering like red zone, poor design. So we missed some throws earlier. This, though, to me, I'm not a big fan of. So again, I love trying to get the ball to this guy right here. Up and in like this. This to me is almost like an old school. I think of the Patriots is really good at this stuff back in the day where they would almost like stock block and then get to the post. When this is the play, I personally prefer it to be run action at it because you're trying to impact the near safety. So you want this safety to come down and fit this thing in like a red quarters, middle field open defense. I think you let the safety up top off the hook. You don't make him as run dominant if you fake away from him. So that's the first part. I would want to see this run fake downhill to the right at this safety. In addition, moreover, I would like to see this post. Just run it. Because even if the safety plays this thing and turns this thing and is trying to cover this post, we can throw this thing high back 5. We can give you an opportunity one-on-one versus safety on the back of the end zone, but you got to run. You can't come out of this thing and like turn it down or like lollygag it at all. And then on the backside, there are a bunch of different ways you could give maybe a better option on the backside. But just play this thing out. First, let's look at the safety. Post fake. Again, fake away from him. Not a fan of that fake. That fake's not selling anybody. That safety doesn't move at all. Then whatever that route is, you see him kind of like bullshit walk and then go. Now you got to go. Don't turn it. We're not running a corner. We're not running a shake there. He's doing like his own scramble bullshit here. I can't imagine that there's... This is the frustrating stuff with this guy. I refuse to believe that this route is supposed to be walk, post, corner, back. Like there's no way we're running this kind of old school Dino from this release. Maybe we might be calling Dino like true post, corner, post, but you got to hit it 1,000 miles an hour. You got to sell the shake and then come back to this thing. If we're running real Dino, there's no way you can run this like slow ass walk off stock block. So whatever's happening up top, it's not for me. But now watch the back. Okay, we fake it to the back. There's nothing there. Russ has got to go. Again, who knows what the route is down here to the bottom from 88. I'm unfamiliar with that route. But the back right here, keep the back going, and Russ throws a dot. And it really could be the second touchdown pass of the game for us. Again, going to our right. Got to go. Whatever that is, dot. And again, maybe a little bit more inside and it's even easier, but he's already got his foot on the line. Russ is on the ground. So close. Next one here, touchdown pass, 3rd and 8. Let's go, Russ. Hook your boy 14 up. He's the number 2, running a little corner. Again, not my seam, not my favorite stem here, I should say. This is a big time throw. I would classify this as living on the edge as well. He's playing with great anticipation. He takes a great shot. Probably not the greatest corner play from 3 as well. So again, you be the judge here as far as this release to come up here and run a corner. I don't even think it does it justice. Normally I would just draw like a corner like this, but he doesn't run it like that. So whatever this is to the corner. Now the part that I want you to really lock in on here is that as we have this little looper return from the number 1 here, this corner, if this corner isn't like locked in on this receiver, he's probably going to make this play. And regardless, he probably should make this play. But I love the fact that Russ is playing with anticipation right here. He throws a dot of a ball. NFL red zone, tight windows. There's a lot to like from Russell Wilson right here. So I'll pause it right before he throws it. So he's throwing that corner right there. You can see 14 not out of the break yet. You can also see the corner up top locked in on 19. If that corner's eyeballing Russ at all, this play probably doesn't end up in a touchdown. It's a big time catch. Now again, I would tell 14 to just run 1,000 miles an hour, but whatever. He creates space. He could certainly make contested catches like that. It's a big time throw. I love the anticipation element of it. We're going to take advantage of that corner being kind of lost to the right. Just great touch from Russ. He's always been a great touch thrower, and that is a beautiful throw. 14, big touchdown. Next one here, 3rd and 12, 3rd and long, screen call. We're going to get a fast 3 down here to the bottom. I've actually seen this screen a decent amount across football the last few years. This is great effort from the back. I mean, the big guys don't even really get out here. This is almost like a pseudo tunnel screen. I think I joked at one point that this was like a sewer screen just because it didn't make sense to me. And what I mean by that is to motion out here and then stop just seems strange to me, to be 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Watch the motion. See how he turns and stops? Now, it works right here. Okay, but I think normally, you would probably want to be closer to the line of scrimmage. But if we're going to do fast 3, turn and stop, we've got these 2 MDM blocks, shows up, and then we're going to try to get the cavalry out, right? Try to get the big guys out, but it doesn't matter. We're just nice, easy call, 3rd and long, not going to have a great opportunity to convert. Let's throw a screen, get the ball out of our quarterback's hand quickly, easy completion, good things happen. So there's the fast 3, turn and settle. And again, we got 3 big guys coming out, but none of them can get there. Our safety can't make a tackle, making multiple people miss, and that's a first down on 3rd and 12 on a throw 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage to a guy who stopped. It's bad defense, but it's also a good play call, great effort from 30. Go get us a first down. Let's go. Next one here, 2nd and 13. Okay, this is a nice job from Russ. I put this on here for 2 different reasons. Nice job by Russ here as he gets out to his left to find the tight end, check down, going to his left. We saw him miss the throw to the over earlier. I actually think this is a harder throw going to your left. Kind of turns into like a little bit of a scramble drill. Got a little touch going back that way, get away with a little bit of a hold. That's a nice creative play out of structure. Okay, so the other part about this is, regardless of what the routes are down the field, and I'll quickly draw them just so you have a frame of reference here. To me, it's quick out, corner, out, whether it's quick out or intermediate out, it really doesn't matter. This to me is an example of what I consider like a fair criticism of Russ. I don't think you have to go here. Now, I don't know what the hell you're supposed to read or look at with this combination, but if you just played this thing out and this was the check down, the ball probably just goes to the check down from the pocket. You don't have to get out, create, make things more difficult than they have to be for you. Just stay in the pocket and throw a check down. It's not there down the field. You don't like it. I don't like it either. Check down. Again, you just don't. There's no reason to go is what I'm saying. That's good pass protection. Most quarterbacks would be very upset at themselves for bailing from a pocket like this. So yeah, he goes and makes a play, and that is great. But it's got to be frustrating to the coaches, the staff, even to Russ, to look on film and be like, damn, I should have hung in there. Like, just throw the check down. Again, the timing here is whatever you want down the field, 1 to 2 to the left, there's no reason to go. Trust, check down. I mean, he's basically saying, I just don't trust 30 at all. Just throw the check down. Now, when he gets out, that part is really nice. Next one here, 3rd and 3. It sure looks like Russ has got multiple plays here. He's able to get to the one that he wants. The Steelers have had a lot of success with these little pick plays and man coverage. They run mirrored versions of it here. It's not there. We lose up front. 97 is a monster. The back can't help us either, and we got no opportunity. We got no chance here. My thing here, a few different things. One, we get a little unlucky that we picked the wrong side. That's the first part. The next part here is, when you have so many picks and rubs on film, meaning that you've had success with them in previous weeks, the defenses are going to be ready most of the time for these kind of plays. These are not like brand new invented plays in the league. So when you run it mirrored on both sides, you're basically rolling the dice 50-50 here. What side, unless you get winners on both sides. So it looks like he's working down here to the bottom. As fate would have it, this guy's probably more open. That's the bummer. The part I would talk about, just like if we're going to get into this kind of system where we have multiple plays here and it looks like he's going alert or whatever to his head to communicate what it is. I was always a big fan of, first of all, to me, this is not a pick look. Like with these guys that far off on and at different levels, it's just too easy to switch it off. If anything, I would probably go to the tighter of the two sides. A perfect pick look is both guys press. But if I'm going to say I know that I want to run this to one side, I always prefer having a different answer on the other side. So like an easy thing to do would just have it paired with like levels. So if it's not there, you have something to come back to. Right? Like it doesn't have to be mirrored. Mirrored to me is just always JV football. Like that's a poorly constructed play most of the time. Now it doesn't necessarily matter here because I would say we picked the wrong side based on the coverage. And then I would say we have no chance because the right guards in the back are just getting dominated. I would also say whoever's in the slot down here to the bottom, you can't go inside like this. Like that's never going to work. So that all around. 3rd and 3. We've shown too many picks and rubs. They come back. They've got it defended. The pass pro stinks. Now we're on the ground. So all of the above here, right? As far as design, operation, decision on what side we go to, pass pro, 97 just wrecking the game. Just no chance right there. All right, into the 3rd quarter here. We're going to rip a little hitch up top to my dude 14. On him. Nice, easy catch. This is not the most complicated throw in the world. I do think it shows, a little bit of anticipation. If this is a true hitch, I think the ball could come out maybe even a tick quicker. But again, different teams going to do different footwork as far as what they want in their gun quick game. But for me here, this is just hitch and then a little shock down here to the bottom. So stick, inside fade, locked hitch. And again, could you say, hey, I really like this based on where the middle field player is? Yeah, you could. But again, I like feeding the best guy. And again, I want you to feel what it feels like sometimes for a guy who's kind of put himself out there as the most dynamic threat on the perimeter. This is what like gravitational pull of coverage looks like. You might say, oh, he's right over the ball. Well, he's drifting this way. This could easily be like a cloud, some sort of weird exotic look that would get us off this hitch. But we're going to force it to him. If he's got free access, get him the ball. Again, I just like the fact that they know where their bread is buttered as far as explosive plays with this unit. So he needs touches. I don't care if it looks like the safety is hedging that way. Catch, put it on him. Now again, would I prefer one step? Sure. But this is like quick 3. It's not my favorite quick game footwork, but the ball comes out quick. We put it right on him. Give your guy a chance. Good things usually happen. Next one here, 3rd and 7. So Russ is going to kind of bail to the right here. Technically, it looks like he's hot. So this is a nice job of feeling that thing and kind of creating. This is what I'm used to calling creating in structure. So if we're hot to the left with them bringing an extra guy from the heavens, Russ buys time to the right, throws that little slot out. Now maybe you get a little fortunate that it's that wide open and that the Giants are playing what I would classify as this bad of defense. So at the snap, the ball's at the 23? At the snap, this guy's at the 32. He's blitzing. He's the guy we're hot off of. Okay, so we got time. But Russ does a nice job here. Doesn't panic. Doesn't do anything crazy. Just extend to the right. Buy enough time to, again, get to something in structure. So timing-wise, rhythm of the play, it's not like a scramble throw. This is, I'm hot to the left. No one's really looking hot. We don't have a great answer up there. We got to go. Nice little pivot out, whatever you want to call it, from the tight end. first down. This is 3rd and 7. We got a free runner on us, and Russ is just beating it with his arm, with his feel, with his savvy. First down. It's a nice play. Next one here, big go ball opportunity down here to the bottom. We're just trying to outthrow the coverage here. And again, Russell's has been one of the best deep ball throwers in the game for a long time. Has got great touch trajectory. This thing like touches the rafters. At the end of the day, is it a perfect throw? No. Is it a good enough throw that it could be caught? Absolutely. Does it put a lot of stress on a defense? Yes. Again, look at the trajectory of that thing. High, let it drop down right down his line. You know, would you love 13 to maybe not fade as much? So, you know, in the league, what often people call red line, that thing like straight right down the 5 yards from the sideline. So think about a line at practice field that goes like that. And the wide receiver is really trying to run and hold that line so that the quarterback has this window to drop it in. So to me here, when he keeps fading like this, he's not helping us, because now the corner can kind of fade, and eventually the corner kind of Frankensteins this thing and is just running with his arms out, but makes it tough. So he's in decent position there. There you go. You see the Frankenstein right there. He's got no chance of catching that ball. But 13's not helping us because he's fading to the sideline as opposed to holding that line, using his body, bodying him off of him, and making a play on the ball. So again, I love the aggressiveness. I love the fact that you got to take these shots, get them off you. Ball's out on time, on rhythm. Nobody throws a better deep ball. We just don't hook it up. Next one here, 3rd and 11. Again, we're going to push the ball down the field, this time to the number 1. Now I'm going to call this double post cross. You know, this is essentially a go down here to the bottom that's underthrown. I don't think it's necessarily a back shoulder throw. I think this thing's just severely underthrown. Now, he might tell you that it's a back shoulder throw, but it's a hell of a play. And again, it gives our guy a chance down the field. So again, what I'm used to calling double post crosser. So inside post, oftentimes this is a post if it's off coverage. If it's bump, oftentimes teams will convert it to a go. And you've got this crosser coming across. Okay, 3rd and 11, not a lot of good plays. Again, if Russ wants to say this is a back shoulder, good for him. Regardless, it's a big-time throw where he gave his guy a chance, one-on-one, down the field. Go make a play. And again, the reason I don't think it's necessarily a back shoulder is because when he throws it right here, he's running by him. So again, back shoulder throws to me are usually he's over the top and our guys by him or more even. You know, this to me is we're leaving his ass. Like he's behind us. We're running by him. Put that thing down the field just like the last throw. Regardless, if this is a back shoulder throw across the field, way down the field, it's a big time hookup. The outcome is a back shoulder throw, so it really doesn't matter what I think his intent is. It's 3rd and long. He's given his guy a chance. Big time hookup, first down, impressive. Next one here, 3rd and 8, beautiful touchdown pass down here to the bottom of the screen to the new number 2, 15 on the corner. This is an outstanding job from Russell. This is a beautiful throw, great anticipation to the corner, right down his line, a dot. A beautiful hookup, big time route as well, because technically he's out leveraged and he gains back the leverage. Again, beautiful touch. That is a dot of a throw. It's really, really impressive from 19 and Russ here. I'll wait post shift here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. As we run to the corner here, the defender is outside leverage, right? So if we were to just draw this on a whiteboard, you'd come up and you'd run to the corner and we would be in deep trouble, right? Because he's got outside leverage where we're trying to go. The part that I love about it is resetting the stem. So as he comes up, he looks like and then he resets the stem outside of him. Then he goes to the corner. So he recaptures the leverage. Now the guy's inside and we've got this dot of a throw down the field. It's beautiful. And we play with some anticipation. The other thing I want you to pay attention to, and again, this freaks people out, but the league sure looks like they're operating like this guy's a true wide receiver 1. And what I mean by that, this is 14. What I mean by that is you see the tilt of the coverage. So what is presenting like closed is really help over the top. So it's really 0 down here. And so again, it's a great job of attacking that and taking advantage of what the league is doing to you defensively. So watch the stem, reset. Watch the safety up top, push over to 14. So we reset the stem right there. Russ goes to throw it right there. So he's already at vertical L's right there. So he separates to throw it right there. And you can see down here at the bottom, 15 is not into the corner yet. It's a dot of a throw, and it's right down his line, right in stride. It is a beautiful offense. And again, this is what Russ has proven he can do more than Justin. Just deep ball accuracy, on time, precision with this kind of stuff. It's just a different layer than Justin brings to the table consistently. It's a big time play. Another big time throw down here to the bottom to the number 2, 14 is going to run to the flag, pylon, corner, whatever you want to call it. It's a dot of a throw. Again, it's right down his stem. It's very similar to the touchdown throw we just saw. Again, touch, pushing the ball down the field. Great accuracy with these throws. Give our guy a chance. This time it's even easier because technically you've got the leverage. And 14 can play, man. 14 is a playmaker. And so again, peep the leverage down here to the bottom. He's inside, he's outside. So what they do scheme-wise, it's a very nice scheme. They run up and try to capture this. And then we're going to run from the inside. 14, he's got inside leverage with his defender. He's coming up and go into the pylon, flag, corner. And so we get the leverage that we want here on the outbreaker. And again, it's a perfect throw, y'all. He's putting on a clinic down the field here on these corner routes late in this second half. This is a beautiful job. Play action, flip around, ball out on one hitch. And again, notice he doesn't even break stride. So we've got the leverage we want. When he comes out of it, full stride. The ball right on him. That's good offense, man. We're pumping it down the field. We're being explosive. Play action, drive it. The leverage we want, go make a play, give our guy a chance. That's a dot of a throw. Hell yes. You know, one of the very few weak points of this game for me was just the Steelers' red zone efficiency down here throwing the ball, because there were a number of opportunities, whether we missed them early and they were there, or we didn't really have anything the last few that we've seen. Now, normally Russ has been able to kind of get out and create. Right here, we can't. We get smothered up. It's a tough sack. But it's never fun to play the game. Where do you want the ball to go? So I'll pause it at the top of this thing. Where would you like the ball to go? I don't know. I can't tell you. We're smothered here. We're smothered here. We're static here. We're static here. We're smothered here. So there's it's sticky everywhere, right? Sticky, 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 sticky. And we got the extra player right there. So there's nothing here other than maybe we get out and create, go run it ourselves, extend, and we can't. We're taking L's at both tackle spot, and it's a wrap. So it's the red zone, kind of tight-ish red zone, not necessarily goal line, but that kind of like 5 to 10-ish area just felt like things were extremely difficult right here, sack. So this next one is a real bummer. It's 2nd and 6, just under 5 minutes left to go. We're up 8. Okay, the last thing in the world we want is a turnover right here. We end up putting the ball on the ground on a little scramble. They do a good job punching it out. For me here, you know, the Captain Obvious comment is to hold on to the damn ball. Okay, thanks. Not always the easiest thing to do when someone's coming in punching it like that. The part that I think is probably more concerning is the fact that for whatever reason, we're not seeing great from within the pocket still. And so earlier in this half, I think the first play of the second half that I showed was that hitch to 14. This to me is the same play. Like, again, this to me is a hitch. Now, this is off technique. Okay, free access. Unless you think you're getting clouded here, where he's going to hard charge this thing, to me, this ball has to come out here. Now, again, they don't ask me, but I would not recommend throwing a hitch with a 3-step drop in gun. That timing doesn't sync up to me. If we're going to go 3 no hitch, I think most people prefer stop routes like 9 yards. So it times out better. So the timing of this thing for me with Russ's footwork is late. Okay, now the bummer part about this is if you were to work up top, Captain, you've got that wide ass open. Okay, that's really the only thing you've got. So as soon as you come down here, and I've been saying let's force feed 14, I got no problem throwing the ball to 14 here, but the footwork has to time out. Again, 3 no hitch to throw a hitch. If I can get it, if I can spell. Not what you want. And that's supposed to be a not equal sign. Okay, I'm creating my own math here. So the timing of this thing is not great. And it leads to a fumble. Okay, so it's not only just the timing's not great. Again, could he throw that? Yeah. I mean, we saw him throw that coverage, that exact coverage, that exact look earlier in this half. Now, is it going to be tight? Yeah, it's going to be tight. You know, would you love to have a double move on here? Yeah, but we don't. Just raise up, throw it to him. And then if we don't, this is the part where I think that's frustrating. Okay, now let's play this thing out. We don't like it. Okay, this guy's going to pick 6 this thing. We can't throw it. What else do we have? So instead of getting through a read going 1 to 2 here, we go 1 to panic. And this is the part that is just, it is Russ for me. And it's not always that panic turns into disaster like this, but it's we're not getting through things over the middle of the field ever. So all those big throws tonight, they've been outside the numbers. They've been out of structure. And again, there's nowhere to go with the ball either. The scheme, you know, where could you go here? You know, if you came all the way back across the field, I think it's unrealistic to go read hitch, read sit, read whatever that is spot to get to a corner late down here. It's just never going to happen. So, you know, could we have something better here? Could we have like a juke or a jerk? Could we have like a little arrow, give us something here? Sure. You know, I'm never going to be a fan of running static routes with man or match coverage where these guys are just sticky right on us. So it's all bad. But again, as we move forward and as the Steelers seem to move forward with Russ, and I think he's deserved it with how he's throwing the ball down the field, the part that will continue to be an issue is just his ability to not be able to hang in there and get through a read over the middle of the field. You just don't see it on his film. So no. There's no panic. It's all, as soon as he doesn't throw it right here, it's panic. Now you might say, hey, there's a lot of white taking an L from our center right here, but he doesn't even try. Like he's out of there. You know, could you slide up to the left, slide up, buy some time? I don't know. Maybe. To me, it looks panicky. To me, it's a sack. You know, he breaks out of the sack. They should sack him. He breaks out of it. Great. And now something even worse happens. Ball on the ground. So just super unfortunate, kind of bad offense all the way around there. And it ends up resulting in a turnover that really could have cost them. So the next one here, 3rd and 5, after TJ Watt bails him out with another strip sack of Daniel Jones. We come back, run a little naked keeper out of condensed again. It's not there. You know, I think this play is a really good decision by Russ to not force it. We want to run it here, have the clock keep running. It's just one of those things where, you know, 5, 8 years ago, does Russ get this first down? No, probably. Or at least has a little bit better effort than there. You know, I think you see the limitations of, you know, again, if we're going to contrast it to Justin, this is where Justin would thrive, right? So I don't think there's anything there to throw it. We've already run this play. We've run a number of different naked keepers. Right here, this athleticism is just not going to be the same. And that's fine until you need it right here, and it's not there. And so it's just one of those things where, you know, weighing the pros and cons, what each guy brings to the table. I think Russ has thrown himself into the guy. Like the throwing the ball down the field is the difference. This part, this like end game part of it where you can come in, use his athleticism, is just probably not what it was. That's no knock. That's just the reality of the film. So that is a wrap. Russell Wilson, week 8, really nice win. They got it rolling a little bit offensively. I really like what they're doing scheme-wise, play calling-wise, structure-wise, giving Russell a lot of answers. He seems like he's very comfortable in a rhythm. Love the play calling as far as getting him out, extending, kind of getting to his right a number of different times, moving the landmark, and then pushing the ball down the field. Even though we didn't hit every single shot, we played into his strengths, his ability to drive the ball down the field with touch, turns into big plays. Now, I got a little bit closer at the end than maybe it should have, but overall, a really nice performance, fun film to break down. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.